He is a founder of Starter Story, a guy who defeated me in a game in which we both were playing, but we didn't know about each other. To explain it more clearly, we were both working on a similar idea back in 2017, but we didn't know about each other. In this video, we will understand what went wrong with me and what went right with him, which lead to his success. Back in 2017, while he was working at a job, he dreamt of starting his own startup and quitting his job. But every time he ran into the same problem again and again. He didn't know where to start, how to get your first users, how to find a good idea, how to make money, and many more. And when he researched all of these things on Google, he wasn't able to find anything on internet as well. And that's where Starter Story idea was born. A place where people can find highly researched case studies of successful businesses. Back in 2017, I was in first year of my college. And at that point of time, I dropped my first idea of building the electric car company after 6 months because I was short on funds and wasn't able to raise any money. But I didn't stop there. I started to look out for more problems that I can work on, but I wasn't able to find any good problems. And after doing a little bit of research on internet, I found that about 42% of startup fail because it doesn't have the market, and that's the lighting moment for me. Then at that point of time, I thought, why not build a community where problem facers can post their problems and the problem solvers who are on the lookout for problems like me and you and other entrepreneurs can work on those problems for which they are really passionate about. Patwalls, the founder of Starter Story, procrastinated for a couple of months. He used to walk up to Starbucks every day, but eventually he went home and started watching Netflix. Until one day he signed a contract with himself that he will do 2 hours of deep work every day, and that changed his life. After doing deep hours of deep work, he was able to release his first product in just a week. I was new to coding at that time. I didn't know how to code, how to build websites, how to connect database, where to deploy the code. Everything was new to me. Even though I could solve some of the lead code problems in Python, but web development is something which I had no idea about. Initially, I built the Android app as an MVP, and in just a span of 6 months, I got around 500 users. But back in my mind, I knew that I need to build a web app instead of an Android app. And that is the point where I decided to focus my learnings on web development side. I learned how to design websites, how to code them, and how to connect databases. And all of these processes took me 1 year to understand everything and implement those in that product. After a span of 1 year, around June or August 2019, I released my first version of WhatsApp. And by that time, Patwalls have surpassed me by a huge amount. While he was doing deep work from Starbucks regularly, he have released many features and many business case studies. In addition to it, he have also achieved some level of traction through X and Reddit. And at that point of time, he was looking ways to monetize his product until one day he received a mail that a company wants to sponsor his platform for $12,000. And that was the out of blue moment for him. At that point of time, he decided that he will leave his job and start working on Starter Story full time. Whereas my side of story is little different. After releasing the website, I was more caught up in making the website more eye-pleasing, and that took me around 2 to 3 months. After making the website eye-pleasing, I was caught up in getting an investor for the idea. I applied to YC 3 times and rejected every time. In addition to it, I thought that I need to build more features. So I built a feature where people can post about their product. In addition to it, they can also tell their story in a timeline view. And being a developer, I had no experience in marketing and how to convince people to buy into my product. So I went on a call with a couple of founders and understood their story. Later, I created their product on WhatsApp and released their story in the timeline view. But at that point of time, I had only 6 months to graduate, and I was also short on money, so I need to look out for jobs. So I decided that I will keep the website running and start to look out for jobs. Once I get the job, I will start working on this idea or maybe look out for another idea that I think will be much more trustworthy, much more beneficial, because I wasn't able to find how I would be able to monetize this product. Fast forward to 2022, I got to know about Patwalls and his starter story. I was really impressed by his idea and how he was able to monetize it. And at that point of time, I decided that I will leave my job and will work on my own idea. At that point of time, I decided that I will start a Buildfast, which is a subscription design agency, so that I have some revenue flowing in. And as Buildfast has achieved some stable revenue, I have decided to restart WhatsApp with a little bit of rebranding, where we will also be posting business case studies of Bootstrap's founders, as many people wanted to know how these Bootstrap founders got their first customers, or how they build their product, what's the tech stack that they use. So WhatsApp is going to be sole product for indie hackers or for founders. So you can find the link of WhatsApp in the description below, and subscribe us for more videos like these.